What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. We're in for the good reels. You don't have to. It's your boy Brad. BrettMan's over there, and Chris is underneath us. And welcome to week 2 of Good. Freaking Brett, you're distracting me. You're throwing me off.
Fine.
Welcome to week 2 of the real March Madness. We're down to round 2, ladies and gents. We eliminated 32 freaking movies last week, and we're on to the next week, the round of 32. We got 16 matchups here tonight, but those matchups are going to be more difficult than last week because we got some doozies here, man. This is going to set up the Sweet 16 for next week. I'm jacked about it. Last week was a lot of fun, and man, I'm excited to be here with you guys, man.
Oh yeah, last week was a tremendous success for the channel for the first round, the real March Madness, and we could not be any more happy with the fan interactions we've been getting, the people filling out their brackets. It's awesome, man. We are truly, really appreciated. We're like, the thing is too, we're just as jacked about it as you guys are, and we're really jacked. Like, we are all in on this, and round 2 is going to be no different. We're going to have some difficult rounds. So, Chris, what is going on?
Man, I am ready to get this thing going. Super excited about this week. You know, we had some tough decisions last week, some tough matchups, man. But this week. This has got my stomach up in knots, man. Yeah, dude. Every single one is like you have to think about it. You know, there's not going to be many instant fatalities this week. So yeah, dude, these are going to be interesting matchups for sure. I'm fucking stoked.
We're going to see the return of Judge Chris this week. That's the question. Is that going to come back?
Hey, baby.
Just
waiting over here, man. You guys don't watch Arrested
Judge
Development,
Judy?
right? You never saw it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen
Bump
it.
Time with Jay Reinhold. I don't know if anybody knows what that's about or not. Arrested Development. Not many fans, but
man, but
there's a whole segment in there where the guy Judge Reinhold, you know, the actor, like his name is just Judge Reinhold, but they had a whole show about him being a judge.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Brett, are you wearing a March Madness shirt right now?
I'm wearing a American Conference pullover that my dad got from one of his tournaments.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just need I need to get the real March Madness logo on here, but I don't think it'll ship here in time. But let's two people popped in the chat here. I'll say hi to them real quick. Hey, what's up, Kyle from Fleet Lives? Hey, BrettMan, Brad, Chris. Hope you all have an incredible, awesome show. Thank you, my friend. And then we got the Flamethrower Fluff saying, greetings, cool cats. Well, hello there, y'all cool cats and kittens.
Buongiorno.
Yeah.
Man, have you guys seen the guy that they cast as Joe Exotic in the fucking Hulu series?
Nicolas Cage?
Listen, Kate McKinnon, spot on for Carol Baskin, right? She's going to kill it, no doubt in my mind. Yes.
That bitch, Carol Baskins.
I'm never going to financially recover from this, but the guy who plays Joe, I feel like was a misfire. I would rather see Nicolas Cage.
What happened to that, man? What happened to Nicolas Cage?
It fell through. I think I don't think they're going to go with that one anymore. I'm not sure.
I really thought that was going to bring his career back, man. I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah,
man, but Nicolas Cage, that boy had a set of gold nuggets on him.
Yeah,
God, just Joe Exotic.
I love Nick Cage, man. I can't wait for the Unbearable Talent movie.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Or the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that comes out at the end of this month, or is that April?
It's one or the other. It's soon. It's not too far off. And speaking of which, did you guys catch the trailer for Bullet Train today?
I did not catch it.
I saw something tiny about it, but I didn't get to see a trailer. That's with Brad Pitt, right? Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. Okay, it's David, and I don't even really know how you pronounce his last name. I think it's Leitch. That's what I'm going to say. Leitch. What are you thinking? It's the director of Nobody, of the Deadpool movies. Maybe one of the John Wicks.
That's going to be good, man.
Yeah.
So that same guy directing with Brad Pitt, with a bunch of assassins on a train. Man.
Hell yeah. Well, let's get rolling here. We got some people here wanting to know about the 80s. And we're excited to rock and roll about it, man. We got Let's see where we're at, BrettMan.
And just real quickly, just in case, we are talking spoilers on some of these matchups here, like with the movies and details. So if you've not seen them, just be aware of that. We'll do the best. I know, but just in case.
Limitation. These are 80s, man.
I know, but I'm just saying, just in case, like we just want to be friendly on this channel. So, because I know there's some asshole channels out there. But anyways, let's recap from what happened last week with the bracket right here. This is the updated bracket of all the teams that advance, and I even did some research here too. That only 23 top seeds have advanced, while we had 9 bottom seed winners, which is like 9 to 16. We had
nice.
2 13 seeds, 2 10. Actually, shit. Okay, here we go. 2 9 seeds, 2 10 seeds, 2 11s, 1 12 seed, and 2 13 seeds advance onto this round 2 matchup.
That's awesome, man. That's
Nice.
good numbers. All the 1 seeds made it.
Yeah, all the 1 seed numbers survive, all the 2 seeds survive, and according to my calculations, all the 3 seeds survived as well. So,
and everybody's bracket is still busted.
Yeah, even Mel's bracket from My Killer Podcast, she sent in her bracket. Want to give her a shout out real quick. This is her bracket that she has filled out. Definitely a horror fan, but I think that's still awesome, though.
That's a respectable winner. The thing is always a respectable winner in these kind of situations, man. It's right up there with the best.
Oh, yeah, so still a chance. And then I say, let's go into round 2. Here's a little bit of a condensed bracket for y'all to look at real quickly. So, gentlemen, are you all ready to rock it?
No, but yes, I just know this first matchup. God damn, it's the one I've been dreading all week.
Oh, really?
2 weeks even.
Well, I say without further ado, let's go. Chris, what's it called? What's this section called?
Oh, that's the left top.
Yeah, left top. Gotta go with the left top, top left. So that is what we're going to be diving right into first. Again, we're going to talk about these matchups. We'll get as much of your all's comments as we can. I know it's a little not crowded right now, but when it does, again, we'll do our best to address your all's comments. So let's go ahead and dive in to the very first matchup. Oh, yeah, and Fluff says it bad. Round 2, fight. Yeah, I love it, Fluff. Love it, Fluff. So, Brad, let's go ahead and do it, man. Let's start it off.
I can't do it, man. This is
the number one overall seed of the Empire Strikes Back against the RoboCop. So, battle of the 2 sci-fi genre movies that really truly defined the 80s. Brad, I'll let you go first, man. Your thoughts.
This is the freaking matchup I've been debating in my head ever since we announced this, and I saw these were going to set up for each other in the next round. We got Empire Strikes Back versus freaking RoboCop. Both of these movies are my top 10 movies of all time, top 15 max. You know, these both of these are fantastic. We get freaking dicks getting shot off in RoboCop. To be blunt here, man, we got that going on. It's a fantastic satire. You got these good trailers in there, these commercials that pop up. It's super entertaining. It's super brutal. We don't see this shit anymore, man. We get Ed 209 showing up, freaking blowing people out windows. Like the scene at the beginning of the movie when RoboCop, when Officer Murphy gets destroyed, dude. That's brutal, man. That still holds up today, as far as the effects go and everything like that. The only effects that don't really hold up anymore is the Ed 209 sequence where he's falling down the stairs. And he's like, "Arr!" Looks like Malignant back there, like trying to get out. But man, that is such a good time. That's one that I grew up with. I had all the toys, I had the cars, I had the little action figures. So much nostalgia for that movie as well. But Empire, man, Empire is also right there. Yeah, it's the best Star Wars movie. You know, objectively speaking, for the most part, by most people's standards, this is going to be the best Star Wars movie. And it just holds such a big legacy, and it's built so much of a reputation, and it's got so much going for it that I just think that at this juncture, Empire's got to win the battle here.
Ooh, okay. So let's see here. writing this down real quick for the results. Yeah, RoboCop, brutal as all get out. God, imagine if Star Wars was that brutal on the level of RoboCop.
Well, they
I
did
want,
rip that tauntaun open though and crawl in there.
yeah. I'll see you in hell. But yeah, but RoboCop, man, brutal as hell. But it's so damn fun. It's so damn entertaining. What you really want in an action sci-fi movie in RoboCop, and just like have a nice day, or just it's iconic, man. It really is, and I
Dead or
hate
alive,
that.
you're coming with me.
Yeah, Dead or Alive, you'll come in with me. So no, I'm just kidding, wrong movie. But I just wish RoboCop didn't have to go up against freaking Empire Strikes Back, because it's Empire Strikes Back. It's Star Wars. Brad already said it's the king of the crop when it comes to Star Wars movies for most people's standards. It's even just considered as the greatest sequel of all time because it does exactly what you want in a sequel, and it kind of almost sets the kind of like on top of the totem pole of what a sequel movie needs to do, and it's still the same format as today's movies with their sequel ideas. So I just got rewarded to that, man. I just love Empire that much. One of my favorites. So I'm going with Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, man, I can't disagree. You know, we talked a lot last week about about how difficult the matchups were, and also about the nostalgia factor of a lot of these flicks. And this one's got both, man. You know, I mean, I grew up watching this one, and like Brad said, you know, a lot of the shit in it still holds up effects wise. I knew Rick was gonna. I hate it, man. Me and Rick used to watch Robo a lot when we were younger, and you know, it's such a great flick, man. But like you guys said, the legacy of Empire, and it's just one of those things where Robo put up against almost anything else, I would probably pick it except for Empire. So this is going to be one of the probably only clean fatalities of the night. So it's Empire, man.
If this were on the other side, it would be going to the championship for me. If we're on the other side of the bracket, like, there's no questions asked. Like, it would be there for sure. It sucks. Early elimination, man. Oh no, man. If one of you guys would have said RoboCop, I might have 180'd. I might have 180'd. But that's okay. That's good. We eliminated it. It's fine.
I know. Just it's kind of like one of those Band-Aid rip-off. Yeah. No, don't bite yourself. I've heard that scene from Will Ferrell, Semi-Pro. No, stop, Jackie. Don't bite yourself. But yeah. It's a tough one, so we start out with a rough one. Hopefully, this next matchup is a little bit easier, but you know, I could see this one going either way too. We got Evil Dead 2, the 5 seed, going to go 1-on-1 with the 13 seed, one of the 13 seeds of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So are we going to go on the wacky tacky side of the horror genre or the wacky tacky side of the Christmas comedy genre? So
God dang, this is tough.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and go first on this one. Evil Dead 2, again, just another damn good sequel. And this is what Sam Raimi just wanted to make originally, but I just feel like he didn't have the budget. But once the success of The Evil Dead happened, he got that budget that he needed and more freedom to do whatever he wanted. And it really it's just awesome, man. It's just Bruce Campbell just brings out an amazing performance. But freaking Christmas Vacation, man. I'm like, what's not to love about this movie? Like, I'm sure it's on replay on a lot of people's houses. Freaking like with the lights scene, like trying to turn on the lights, but just completely failing. Grandma saying, "I pledge allegiance to the flag," and the rock is red glare. At the end, just getting her whole holidays mixed up, just like Joe Biden does. But so I guess. See, this is tough because these are two completely different genres. So, it literally is a 50-50 pick. But I'm going to reward that tiny 51% to the Evil Dead 2 or Evil Dead 2. That's what I'm going to go with.
Very nice.
So, yeah, Chris?
Yeah, man. This is a tough one. This was tougher than I had thought that it was going to be. And I look at these two, and this is really a tough matchup because they're such they exist in such different worlds. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
two completely different movies. So, yeah, they're not, you know what I mean? So it's like it's really hard to, at what merit do you base them on? So I look at it and I think, I enjoy them both, but I have to assign, something to them to give one, an advantage over the other. And I love Evil Dead 2. It's been one of my favorites, honestly, since I was a kid, because it was, horror movies. It's like it's accessible. It's easy to get into it because there's the comedy factor to it and all that. And I loved it when I was younger. And then I look at Christmas Vacation and I think, it holds up. It's still a great comedy, still a great holiday flick, and I still watch it almost every year. And so that's what I decided to go with. In terms of that, where I was like, well, I still watch this one, at least once a year. And it still has some value in that regard and holds some meaning. So I went Christmas Vacation, man.
Ooh. The shitter is full. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
man,
Brett, and before you go with yours, Gory Tiger, I saw you in the chat. What's going on, my friend?
I gotta say that I'm super stoked that what's going on, Gory? I'm a little late to that acknowledgement, but I'm glad you're here. So I just want to say I'm super glad you guys made that decision for me, because it went back and forth in my head about 12 times before it was my turn. But I think ultimately I would pick Christmas as well. I like Evil Dead a lot. It's one that's one movie that continues to get better every time I watch it. The thing is, I just don't watch it that often. Christmas Vacation, like you said before, Chris, it's one I watch every year, every Christmas for sure, hands down. That's going to be one of the first movies I'll play every December, and it has been for years, and it probably always will be. So, yeah, I mean, and again, it's just Chevy Chase in his prime, doing freaking vacation shit at his prime, like my favorite vacation movie, I would say. Yeah, man, it's going to go that direction at this point.
Yeah, and y'all brought a good point too. Is that what we call the rewatch value? Because this is a Christmas movie, so it gets that advantage because you're going to play this around Christmas year. Evil Dead 2, you really just have to be in the mood for it.
Right.
Again, it's not bad. It's just like it's damn good. But yeah, it's just that rewatch value really just gives the advantage. I'm still going to keep the Evil Dead 2 vote just because I do love that movie. But yeah, I can see myself going with Christmas Vacation as well on that. So
you did pick Evil Dead. Damn it.
Yeah. So the
okay.
so the 2-1 vote. So Christmas Vacation with an upset. We got a Cinderella story going on right now. So Christmas Vacation takes the round.
Let me tell you the story, guys, too.
Same as Brad, I went back and forth with him for a good long while, man. I just had to come up with something, you know what I mean, to be like, well, one has to hold the advantage. Sorry, Brad, I didn't mean to interrupt you, man.
Well, real quick, Destiny, what's going on? You just missed an upset of Christmas Vacation over Evil Dead 2.
Yes, you did. So here's what happened. Okay, I did the people's bracket last week after we got all the brackets turned in. I took the averages of each matchup, each round. It went all the way to the championship, which we'll share that with you guys soon. I have it all written out. I just need to put it on the computer so you can read my handwriting. But man, Christmas Vacation, obviously Empire won that people's bracket. Like there's no surprise there. But Christmas Vacation came the closest at any point to overtaking Empire. Next week, we're going to see what really happens there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, so that's going to be very interesting just because, again, we're curious, though, what the one movie is going to be that gets to take down the number one overall seed, or if there is a movie that's going to take out the number one overall seed. So, yeah. Again, RoboCop had a better chance of it. Like Brad said, if it was on the other side of the bracket, because I really feel strong about that. It's just I'm not sure like why people didn't like it as much, like for it to earn the 8th seed.
Well, it's just I guess I don't know. That's a good question. It has like a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes, but either way, let's go on to the next one, BrettMan.
All right, let's go ahead and freaking do it. Let's go to the Colorados here with The Shining, the 3 seed, going to go 1-on-1 with Platoon, the 6th seed, no relation to Tattoon or Naboo, whatever. Can't rhyme right now. So, anyways, are we going to go with the freaking? We got the shit. Leave me alone, guys. But anyways, man, this off day's really got me out of the
sync.
normal things. Yeah,
You've
exactly.
been drinking all day, haven't you?
Yeah, you son of a bitch, you figured it out. But anyways, which crazy bastard are we gonna go with? We're gonna go with freaking Jack Nicholson's crazy ass or William Dafoe's crazy ass in Platoon. So, Chris, I have you down first. What do you got?
Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not,
yeah,
Brad.
man. No worries. I'll kick this thing off, man. I love Platoon. It's one of the great war movies in my mind of all time, and it has one of the greatest casts, of any '80s movie, maybe of any movie, really. Such a strong cast in there. Great acting, great action, strong message. Just a great flick, and it's one of those war movies that doesn't bore you to fucking tears. There's shit going on. It's very engaging. Love the hell out of it. And this comes back to matchup. Like we keep talking about. In a different scenario, I think that it would really stand a chance to hold its own. But you put it up against The Shining, man, and it's like, what am I supposed to do here? The Shining is in my top 10. And it's one of the greatest horror movies that's ever been made, if not the greatest horror movie that's ever been made. One of the greatest cinematic experiences of my life, of all time. So you can't argue against that. It's too much. It's too iconic. It's too everything, man. It just The Shining. You can't. It's hard to topple that, really. So it's got to be The Shining.
Tough matchup again. Platoon, again, like I said last week, is one of the better war movies out there, I think, as far as being actually like true to source material, I guess, for lack of a better term. So I think it's a well-made movie. You really feel the atmosphere out there in Vietnam and in the jungle and everything like that. Like you said, the cast is fantastic. Willem Dafoe early role here is amazing. But yeah, again, I second everything. The Shining is also in my top 10, and it's going to win this matchup all day. For a whole slew of reasons, which I'm sure we'll have to get into at some point in the line. But for at this point, The Shining, it's going to be The Shining all day. I'll just say it's because of Jack Torrance, because Jack Nicholson.
Alrighty,
and Kubrick.
Yes, of course.
So no, I'm just messing with you. I'm not going to waste too much time on this because I said last week, I'm not the biggest what we call war movies. It's just not really my genre. Like, that's not in my bag.
Why did you put quotes?
You're not the biggest war movies.
Like, I watched like the Austin Powers thing we have saved with Eve. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Theme.
That's
So
what I thought.
yeah, so I got Austin Powers on my mind. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the war movies. Even though Platoon is a good movie, like I respect it for what it is. Great cast, but like Chris says, it's the freaking Shining, man. Like, what am I supposed to pick? One of the greatest horror movies of all time. It's in my top 5 horror movies of all time. And it probably would even say my favorite horror performance of all time of Jack Nicholson as Jack Torrance, to see his evolution in the madness. Like, it's just that alone beats Platoon. So I'm going with The Shining. Or Chris, what's that word? 3-0.
What?
Fatality.
Oh my god! I
was
like, I don't, man. I've been drinking, but I spaced out there. I was like, I thought you were asking me to quote some sort of math word or something. I was like,
it's pie.
Now, Chris, I know you can't do math, so why would I even ask you that? So
there we go, Bubby. You know me better than I thought.
So what have you been drinking? Have you been drinking some? Como did he say? Some Red Bull?
FMLs. Hey,
Red Bull.
You drinking some Red Bull here?
Raging mega huge.
No.
Raging boner versus the Goonies. The Goonies.
Yeah. So this is a very interesting matchup. Yeah,
very Scotland there.
But yeah, very interesting matchup. So are we going to go with the boxing movie that just that the main boxer is just going around saying, "Did you fuck my wife?" Or are we going to go with the Goonies of being a monster saying, "I love chocolate." So Brad, it's up to you.
There's really not a lot to discuss here for me. Raging Bull, I can appreciate it for what it is. I voted it out last week. It's one of those movies. I like it. Great performances by De Niro. I still really much enjoyed the movie, but it's one I'm going to watch like once a decade. The Goonies all day. It's the quintessential freaking coming of age story with a stellar cast, good stories, and very entertaining, very rewatchable. So that's where it's going to be today.
The Goonies, okay. Raging Bull, it was good, like black and white, like just the format of the black and white, kind of like editing and all that, just that setting, like Citizen Kane and all that. You have to really draw me in to really pay attention. Unfortunately, I don't think Raging Bull did that quite as well. But yeah, De Niro did a great job. But Joe Pesci did a very good job as well every time he was on screen. But not so fast. I am picking the Goonies. It's just way too much fun. It's hella fun, especially we're freaking doing the truffle shuffle. How can you go against the truffle shuffle? And plus, in my original bracket, I had the fly going over, but unfortunately, y'all broke my heart on that last week. But I'm not going to break your all's hearts this week. So let's add another double digit into the Sweet 16, the Goonies.
Yes.
Also, fun fact there. Did you ever notice that whenever she comes back to the apartment in The Fly and she goes in there and he's like, oh, it's a museum in here. And he opens up the medicine cabinet, and he puts his fingernails or whatever it is. He puts it
Yeah.
there, If you look at the top shelf, it's Dick's up there.
You know what? I was wondering that because I noticed he didn't have one when he turned around. I was like, where's his dick at? So I may have even noticed that. I don't know. But I just
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It might be up there.
It's true though. Like when he turns around, like his dick's gone. Like he doesn't have
there
it
is
anymore.
a lot of things in there. Maybe the dick's
No,
in the
he's
top shelf.
he's doing the Buffalo Bill.
Where he tucks it in.
Yeah, he's just tucked the entire time.
Well, flies have.
I was looking. I was like, man, did they put Eddie Money up on the top shelf, like, and kind of cover over it? But no. Back to the battle here. Yeah, man, this one was kind of an easy one for me. The Goonies, one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, and I have other reasons that I love it. I talked about last week. When I had heart surgery, I had to spend the night in the hospital, and the Goonies was on. And I've watched it several times since then. And yeah, you can't beat it, man. So it's Goonies all day for me. I mean,
hell yeah,
yeah,
BrettMan.
So we had another fatality.
Bean wins, dude. Let me tell you, the first two matchups of the Sweet 16, BrettMan. Empire Strikes Back and Christmas Vacay. Okay, who knows? And then Shining and the Goonies. Could you imagine Jack Torrance running around chasing all the Goonies around the hotel, like with the axe? Like that's going to be a fun one, man. That's going to be good.
Chunk. I could just imagine Jack Torrance going, Chunk! Oh, man. It's just delivering that axe blow the Chunk or his chocolate bar. Oh, my gosh. But anyways, that is the top left. So let me get some of these comments here before we go. Bottom left?
Left bottom, baby.
Left bottom. Take coming. But,
left bottom.
Yeah, these are some of the ones the Joe with the Pesci, Rick Bolden, some tough, shitty matchups. Going to be a tough one. Yeah, and we've already experienced some of those tough matchups. We got Flame for a Fluff saying Empire does the father reveal much better than Maury Povich. If somebody can explain that to me.
The Maury show, man. Come on, Bubby.
I've never seen.
He's like a modern day, like Jerry Springer or something like that.
You are not the father. Okay, I know who that guy is.
There you go.
Flame for a Fluff also says they did a little known Navy sequel called Platoona.
Okay.
Big Tuna.
Tuna. Tuna. He got me so good. I'll even throw this one out there. I hate the Goonies. People made me do the Fluff Shuffle when I was a kid. No, God, no. Oh man,
Fluff
I'm so
Shuffle, baby.
Sorry. Yeah.
What about Gory Tiger, man? Goodbye Horses in here. We can all tuck it in. Just freaking goodbye horses.
Honestly, though, man, that's a fucking killer tune. I don't know if Rick's still watching or not, man, but we used to throw some hella parties and rock Goodbye Horses at full volume, dude. I'm serious.
I love
People
this
love
song,
it,
man.
dude.
Yeah,
it gets it. It's provocative. It gets the people going.
No, it's not. No,
Nobody even knows
but-
what that means.
no one knows what it means. But let's get the part. Like Chris says, let's keep the party rolling here. Let's go to bottom left. And yeah, speaking of like tough freaking matchups to start with, we already put a poll in the going like aliens or predators.
Damn it.
So yeah, we're about to dive in. And just in case if y'all don't see the Scarface one, that is the Breakfast Club. They got a little bit of a dark logo. I'll try to find a lighter logo for the next episode if they advance, but we're not sure who's going to advance yet. But let's go ahead and talk about this matchup. We got the number
hardest
one
one.
seed Aliens going one-on-one against Predator. Pretty much the exact same genre. And man, like this is going to be freaking close, man. So this is going to be me first. I knew this matchup was going to be the most difficult, so I had to go back and watch. Oh crap, the gavel's out, so I have a bad feeling about this. But yeah, I went back and rewatched Aliens just to prepare for this match. I liked Aliens even better this latest rewatch. It's awesome. Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, Sigourney. We'll call her Riley. Thank God.
I want to get a good list of all these names,
Also,
Brett.
yeah, it's Ripley and not Sigourney. What do you say, Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, Weave. Took it on her weave. But
Okay.
anyways, her knew it. Michael Bean freaking saying, come with me if you want to no, thank I'm a wrong movie. But Aliens was just such a good time. Really, it's just another great damn sequel. But it's just so damn the opposite of what Alien was trying to accomplish within a franchise. Just they did a complete 180 on it. I am Team Alien, but I do respect Aliens, but not so fast. I'm going to go with Predator on this just because, again, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Duke, going up against the Predator, that third act is just so damn amazing. And it's just hella fun, especially like with the beginning going like, stick around, or Jesse the Body Ventura going, you're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed. Like, oh man, I could just like if you put those two movies in front of me and go, which one do you want to watch tonight, boss? I go, let's just go with freaking Predator and just have a big old like freaking party. It's just that Predator Alien, it's just to me so much cooler and superior than the Xenomorph. So I'm going Predator, man.
One of my favorite lines of all of Predator is there at the very beginning whenever Jesse Ventura in the plane is trying to offer everyone a hoss and nobody will accept. And then he's like, you could be big and sexy like me, you know what? I'm like, yeah, dude, I definitely could. And like I said last week, man, I went back to rewatch Predator and really hadn't seen it in such a long time. Loved the hell out of it, dude. Predator was fucking, it was amazing. Way better than I remembered and anticipated. But also ordered, when we very first thought about this a couple months ago, I ordered Aliens on 4K, man.
Ooh.
Got it in. Yeah, Bubby. Went right to town on it. And yeah, man, I totally forgot how great it was and how much I love not only the character of Ripley, but just the cast and also just that storyline and what they were able to do in that, like you were talking about, Brett, versus, what they attempted in Alien and coming back with James Cameron and everything, rocking this baby out. And so I go Aliens.
Oh, and plus I forgot to mention too, freaking Bill Paxton just going all ape shit. Like, we gotta get off this island, or we gotta get off this planet, man.
Yeah, man. And Bill
History,
Paxton,
man.
incredibly
Get over,
underrated
man.
actor throughout his entire career. And yeah,
You said overrated?
I said underrated, man.
Oh,
I said
okay. Yeah,
both.
I was about to say, like, dude, he's underrated. I forgot how much I enjoy his characters.
Yeah, Bill Paxton was always a G, man, and he, he was never really like a top billing kind of actor, except for maybe and even when he directed, like Frailty is such a great flick,
Mm-hmm.
You got to say that he might have been underrated, but he wasn't for James Cameron, man. Like that was his boy. And,
oh yeah, true that.
He slapped him in. Like that was his favorite, man. He had to put him in every movie. And I wish you were still around. R.I.P. Billy Boy, man.
Yeah,
he's
baby.
one of my favorites of the era, for sure. Game over, man. It's history, man. We won't even be here in 17 hours, man. Okay.
Fucking
So-
Twister, man.
Yeah, Twister, man. We can
God,
get
you
the
could just
suck
do a
zone,
drink.
man.
You could just do a drinking game every time he says "man."
Welcome to the suck zone. All right. So, yeah, both these movies are fantastic. I think they have the exact same plot, essentially. Like you get a group of people going to a place that, shit's hitting the fan at, and more shit hits the fan when they get there, and kind of deal. Um, I just think that, man, I stick around. I just think that, I do think that Aliens does it better. It's the same story. Aliens does a much more better job with character development and giving us something fresh in the character of Ripley. Dutch, you can see there's 1,000 movies with Arnold running around tearing shit up, but there's only one movie. Like Ripley is such a big character and such a big icon at this point, and it's because it's such a fresh take on the genre. And I think she did a really good job. It's one of the best roles she's ever done, if not the best role she's ever done. And
not to cut you off, but wasn't this not the first, like also the first time that like a female was like the main character of a sci-fi flick?
Yes, of any
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
role like this, and she knocked it out of the park. This was before
Yeah.
Sarah Connor time. Like she was in
Oh yeah,
Terminator,
I didn't think
but
about
she was in
that.
the first
Yeah.
one. But the second one's when she really became badass. And Ripley here really took things off here, took it running. You could see her, and it does such a good job throughout the movie of building her up to be such a good leader. You see the dude over here, he's freaking out. She's like, "Get out of your fucking head!" and all this, like, and she drives him in.
Mhm.
And Newt was a lot of fun, man. Another good character in the movie. And just the effects hold up for the most part. Some of the space stuff gets a little weird, but for the most part, the effects really hold up. The creatures are good. It's suspenseful throughout. For me, it's way more suspenseful than Predator ever got. Predator's just like, very macho, it's badass to watch. It's a good time, but Aliens just really brings in the scares.
Predator's very much just an action movie. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
Mhm.
it's sci-fi for sure, but it really plays out more like an action movie, whereas Aliens kind of blends the action with the sci-fi, and creates some tension and some drama in there as well.
Yeah, it does.
But knew it. Her scream though really just bothered the shit out of me. Like even though I know I know people are saying like, well, she has to scream, yeah, but like, holy crap, like just continuously throughout the whole second half of the movie, like, come on, man, like shit.
Well, she's 8 and she's getting chased by a big ass fucking alien. Like she's got like that. It makes sense, and the scream should bother you. It's a freaking girl getting freaking chased by a damn alien. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but
I
that
think
first act really is just slow. That's why I picked Predator mainly, because the first whole half of the movie of Aliens just took forever to try to set up. Like, I understood what they were trying to do, like Brad said, of character development and all that, of why we should care about these characters, but it just took way too long, and you could have cut a good chunk of that movie out.
I would concur that there are a couple like it does drag on a couple times, like with some of this, but that stuff at the beginning is all suspense and character, man, which is great. It's got to carry it's got to pick up the mantle from the last movie, set up what's going on, because this is 57 years in the future. It's got to set up this new future. It's got to put the new people in. And I actually really love when they first get there and they're kind of trying to figure out, like, it's slow, but it's very suspenseful when they get there and they're trying to figure out what there's acid dripping through. Like, it's very suspenseful. You don't know what has happened. You don't know what's about to happen to our characters. At this point, we actually like these characters here. And I actually heard recently from a friend of mine that Michael Biehn wasn't even supposed to be in this movie. They shot most of the movie. The other dude got arrested, so they had to put Michael Biehn in last second and reshoot a bunch of stuff to get him in. So
Yeah, I actually did hear about that from that one documentary series on Netflix of like how movies were made. Yeah,
Yes,
like because
yes.
there was an Aliens episode on that. So yeah, I do remember that. So, but Brad, is your official answer
Aliens,
Aliens?
yes, it's Aliens.
Okay, so to my surprisement, Aliens moves on to the Sweet 16 because we even discussed that there's a chance where it couldn't. But I guess with those later rewatches, it's a whole different story.
Oh yeah. It was for me, it was far superior in the storytelling and characters and everything. Don't get me wrong, I love Predator, even though I voted.
But also, yeah, Brad also fucking voted against Predator last week too, so he's not even.
It had if it would have made it to the Sweet 16 tonight, it would have had the toughest run to the Sweet 16 for sure. First Blood and then Aliens. These are two like if you put Predator almost anywhere else. I know I say that a lot about a lot of movies, but literally if you would have put it at the bottom of this bracket or over here, like it would have moved on easy. But God, these are tough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
I love the hell out of it. Like I said, I liked it so much more than I thought that I did. Whenever I went back and rewatched it, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's one of those matchup things where I mean, you put it up against Aliens, and it's like, come on, I got to go one way.
And the reason, to be fair, the reason I voted against it both times, both of these matchups, is because it all comes down to characters. Yeah, I like characters. I thought First Blood's a better character movie. I think Aliens is too. So.
Yeah, and with my latest rewatch, I did like Aliens a lot more too. It's just again part of the dragging spots, and it's just like they could have taken out some scenes to make the movie shorter. It's kind of what holds it back for me from a 4 or from a 5 out of 5. But again, I respect it, but I just enjoy Predator a hell of a lot more. Just straight to the point, and it just gets straight to the point. But yeah, I do respect Aliens making it to the next round, so I have no issue with that really.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
So Chris, you're going to kick us off here for the next round up here. Probably one of our toughest 4-5 seed matchups here. We got Scarface going to go 1-on-1 with the Breakfast Club. So are you a breakfast person, Chris, or are you going to be a little cockroach like Tony Montana after snorting a mountain of cocaine?
Tony Montana?
I said Joe Montana. I said Joe Montana. No.
Joe Montana was a quarterback, you crazy asshole. Quit. Yeah, man, looking at these two, I love Scarface. And surprisingly, it was one that on rewatch, I gave this flick a lot of clout whenever I was younger, as I think a lot of people did. And, because it's so iconic. I mean, it's Scarface, and just for the iconic value of it, you don't really think about the story. But when I went back and rewatched it, I mean, it holds up. It's still a great story and it's still a great movie. But I actually, upon rewatch, liked it less than I used to. And The Breakfast Club is, we were talking about the Goonies. And I think this is kind of like a continuation of that. I mean, I think this is the quintessential coming of age movie, like the quintessential high school movie. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in my top 10. And I watched it. I don't think I even came about this movie until I was probably in middle school or high school. But still love it as much as I ever did, man. Still holds up. So it's Breakfast Club for me. I mean, I think the message is so great. The acting, the atmosphere, the score is all top notch for me, man. And it's one of those movies that never fucking gets old for me. So it's Breakfast Club all day.
All right.
She's on fire. That's a tune from the Scarface that also happens to be on Grand Theft Auto 3. Shout out. But anyway, okay, so this is a tough matchup. Again, Scarface is going up against, last week it was Bill and Ted, now it's Breakfast Club. Get out of here. Come on. But, both of these movies are fantastic. Scarface, to me, man, is one of the best, epics out there when it comes to, a character and following that character through their life. And, you get a lot of those. It's done all the time now. Goodfellas, Wolf of Wall Street, you name it. I think this is one of the better ones. Obviously, one of the first ones, one of the early ones, not the first, but one of the early ones. Does a really good job. Al Pacino tearing it up, man. Chainsaws and bathtubs. We got freaking cocaine. Whatever you want, this movie has, man. Breakfast Club is one of those that just you get a cast together that just has so much chemistry with one another, and you put them in one room, and you just stay in that one room, and they carry the whole movie just with their own. With their own, charisma and their chemistry and their ability to hit off of each other. And I think it does the best job really of any of those movies. And it's, again, it's one of those that's endlessly rewatchable. And Emilio Estevez, the GOAT, is in this bad boy. It's tough to do at this point. This is really tough, but I got to go with The Breakfast Club because I like Barry Manilow.
Oh man!
What about Judd Nelson, man? Come on.
But hey, I'll just go ahead and admit I don't like cockroaches. I like breakfast a lot better. Very nutritious. Starts out the day. I love pancakes. I love the way that one girl eats her cereal in the Breakfast Club. But no, guys, it's going to be the Breakfast Club for me. Like Chris said, it's in my top 5 movies of all time. I absolutely love it. It's just I fell in love with it on first watch. It's Scarface. It's great. I'm seeing the story, like kind of like the path of Tony, starting from the bottom, hitting the top, and just hitting rock bottom to its death. So, but it's just again, it's just another long movie. It's just Tony really carries the load of it a lot. I want to see more characters from other people, which we do get some, but the Breakfast Club just takes it to a whole nother level. So I'm going Breakfast Club.
I'll tell you what, though, man. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Scarface. Come on, man.
Yeah.
She's still hot, dude.
Her room was
fire, yeah.
polluted. This whole yeah, I'm doing the whole Michael Bolton Jack Sparrow song.
Oh, yeah.
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 Let's see here. Okay, so we got all Breakfast Club. So that is a third fatality of the night.
Fatality.
So I think we're about to make it 4 because I'm pretty sure this particular matchup is going to be going pretty quickly. But we'll see. That's why we're doing them, right? We got the Terminator going to go 1-on-1 against Gremlins. Are those Gizmo bastards good enough to take down the freaking T1000?
The T800.
Yeah, T800. Crap. I was thinking. Sorry, I'm thinking of Judgment Day. Yeah, I'm thinking of Judgment Day. But so yeah. Let's see here. If Chris went first, so Brad, this is up to you.
Fuck you, asshole.
It's Terminator, man. Like, I'm not even going to waste any time on this one. The Gremlins, I outvoted the Gremlins last week. I like the movie a lot. I think it's good. The effects are fine. It drags on a little bit at the end for me. Terminator to me is dude, I rivaled the T2 with the first one. A lot of people don't, but to me they're neck and neck. Terminator, which by the way is one of the only movies like ever that's 100 on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's absolutely a perfect movie for me, man. It's moving on.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste your time. Gremlins, you officially have been terminated. Terminator.
Yeah,
Gizmo.
Oh, wow. Yeah, everything about Gremlins was a lot of fun, really. But Terminator, man, it's another one of those matchup issues, where it's like Gremlins can't really compete anything here because the Terminator is so fucking great. There's still so many, and I rewatched this one actually just like a week ago. I was texting you guys, and this is one that I was so much better than I remembered. Sarah Connor, instantly fucking blow her brains out. Shoots her in the face. So yeah, man, it's so great. And even like the fake, like when he's cutting his eye out in the sink and all that, it's so fake, but for some reason it still holds up, you want to keep watching it. So yeah, Terminator, man. I'm rambling on, but yeah.
I rewatched it recently too, and I'm like, okay, we got a real strong contender in this tournament after that rewatch. So yeah, it's Terminator. Another fatality.
Yeah, fatality.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
It's got the suspense going for it, which doesn't it's up again. You can tell Cameron was the fucking man of the 80s. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bubby.
He certainly was. So let's
and
go
some
to
of the 90s, man. True Lies is
90s.
better than True Lies is better than you think it is.
T2,
oh yeah,
Titanic.
Jamie Lee
that's
Curtis.
no lie.
You're fired.
All right, we're gonna move on here before y'all are getting out of control. So we got the 2 seed of Full Metal Jacket going to go 1-on-1 with the 10 seed of Lethal Weapon. Freaking, does the sergeant have enough to take out Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, or is freaking Full Metal Jacket just too old for this shit? So I'm going to go first on this one. Like I said last week, last week. Speaking like Elmer Fudd over here. Full Metal Jacket. The first 45 minutes, pure magic. Like I would even say 10 out of 5 for a movie rating. I loved it that much. It's just gold, man, that 45 minutes. But after that, the movie just went downhill so damn quick that I just got extremely bored. Because, like, what else are you supposed to do, like, after something so iconic within those 45 minutes of the movie? Leave a Weapon. I get freaking entertained by it throughout the entire time. Mel Gibson jumping off buildings, going, "You want to jump? Well, that's fine by me." And it's a good Christmas movie too because it has Christmas lights on it, so it's technically a Christmas movie. So I'm going to be in the jolly spirit here. I'm going with Lethal Weapon on this one.
Yeah, man, I don't really have a whole lot to add to that. It's pretty much my exact same argument. Full Metal Jacket is great in its own right for what it is. It's, like we talked about last week when I talked myself into voting for it over Rocky IV. It's really two flicks, and rolled into one. And the first half is significantly better than the second, but they do work to create. Both has worked to create a really great flick. But yeah, man. All that being said, it can't top the fun that you can have with Lethal Weapon. I went on a fucking marathon last weekend and watched all of them. And 1 through 4, man, they're hella fun. What is going on over there, dude?
I was thinking about Lethal Weapon 3 where they put their uniforms back on. He's got the girdle. He's got to hold the fat end
at the beginning. Yeah, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "It's a girdle." Yeah, yeah. Right before they harass that guy on the fucking street. But yeah, nevertheless, man, it's Lethal Weapon. Come on.
Yeah, I still need to see the franchise, but yeah, the first one I fell in love with.
Dude, they're all great. Joe Pesci comes in after the
Pesci.
The Pesci.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. It's already been eliminated. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time. Full Metal Jacket. I wouldn't say it goes downhill after the first half. It's just got different flavor. But it's definitely a very, like you said, Chris, it's a different movie entirely. I do prefer the first half over the second half, but the second half is very important. Lethal Weapon is the 80s, though, man. Like, if you were to put the 80s, all the 80s in one movie, Lethal Weapon would be the recipient of that. And yeah, for that reason, it's got to go on, man.
Yeah, so you're talking about a different flavor. How about that second act of the different flavor being a poopy flavor lollipop? So. All right, so that is the first side of the left side of the bracket. Let me check the comment section before we handle the right side of the bracket. Matt Fauci, what's going on? I will see you around 9:10 on your channel when we're doing a watch party for Rob Zombie's Halloween. Oh, we mentioned it, so you know what that means. Gotta play this clip real quick.
I mean, it's a goddamn rat, man.
Come on.
You're damn right it is, but
now listen, stop blaming Ronnie. He can't work.
I'm broken up here, bitch.
He's all broken up over there, bitch. Hey, before we move on to the right side, I'm just going to do a quick recap of the Sweet 16. I know we're still going to get some more comments too, but let me just run through.
He's the last comment, so let me get him real quick. One of the only movies Arnold Schwarzenegger gets his ass just beat. Yeah, that's very true. He did get his ass beat for most of it. He just got lucky.
That's a very point, a valid point. He does. There are plenty of movies where he goes out and kicks ass, like I said earlier, but this is one where he gets his ass beat a little bit, but then he also kicks some.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead, Brad. Recap.
Yeah, just to recap, a Sweet 16 for next week's matchups. We got Empire Strikes Back versus Christmas Vacation. We got The Shining versus The Goonies. We got Aliens versus Breakfast Club and Terminator versus Lethal Weapon. That's going to be a freaking tough as hell, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I feel like we're on the path of potentially of Terminator and Aliens. I just have a feeling that that's the route that's going right now.
The Cameron Elite 8. The JC Elite 8.
Yeah, man, that's going to be freaking crazy. But what's crazy is this right side of the bracket, because I feel like we're underestimating the right side of the bracket with its movie selections. We're always focusing on the left side with potential winners. So let's freaking dive in there. I don't know what that is, but anyways.
That means dive. I learned that in Quiet Place 2.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to focus on right top. So yeah, just the right top, man. So we got our matchups right here. Let me see what this particular. Oh, what's up, Chris Snyder? Just joined the party, pal. You just made it just in time for the right side of the bracket.
Welcome to the potty, pal.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Anyways, you didn't catch me here to sing. You catch us here to freaking do some matchups. So let's go ahead and start up with this matchup here. This one is going to be interesting to hear your all's take on it. My take on it is pretty simple. We got the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the number 1 seed, going 1-on-1 with
With the great one.
Racing Arizona, or Rising Arizona. I called it last week. I'm not sure where that came from. But will it rise to the occasion, or is freaking Indiana Jones and his satchel going to take the cake? So, Chris, I got you down. Go ahead.
Oh, dude. Let somebody else go first. Dude. I can't handle the pressure.
No,
man,
you got to do it, man. Brad handled the
That's
pressure of
cool.
RoboCop and Empire Strikes Back.
You know
is
what,
true,
Chris?
yeah.
If you need me to step in, I'll step in. I don't care.
No, it's
fine.
okay, man. And this is still one that I've gone back and forth on this so many fucking times, and my reasoning is going to be bullshit to you guys, but Raiders is iconic, and there's no denying that I love all the Indiana Jones flicks. I happen to love the other ones a little bit more, although I don't deny this one is sort of, of course you have to respect this is the one that kicked it all off. Everything is great about it. I'm going to go Raising Arizona. And I'm going to tell you why.
Ooh.
Because I think that, a little bit of an upset there. I know it probably won't win. But I think that it's just, for me, it's just, there's so many flicks. We have Return of the Jedi. We have Empire. There's so many things on here that kind of are in the same vein as Raiders. And there's not a lot of representation of things like Raising Arizona. And I think that counts for something, just as well as I tend to, when I put these up against each other, it's like, well, I would rather watch Temple of Doom than Raiders, honestly. I'd rather watch Last Crusade. And so I go back to that, like, what would you rather watch? And, it's just Raising Arizona for me. I mean, it tops it a little bit in that regard. And also it's very unique. It was just the Coen brothers hitting their stride, and there's not a lot of other flicks on either side of the bracket that kind of hold that weight for me. So fuck, man, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Brad, do you mind if I take this one real quick, just because so we could make it come down to you? Because I was just going to go ahead and go with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Not even close. I'm not the biggest fan of Raising Arizona. I laughed a couple of times, but okay. But how are you going to be one of the greatest adventure films of all time, and one of the best, and a great score, man? Like, how are you going to beat all that? So I'm going with Raiders on that one. So Brad, it's up to you.
well, thanks for jumping the turn without even asking. He said,
No, sorry,
he said, "Do you mind if I step in here?" And he's like, he didn't even wait for a response. He just went in. All right, it's cool though. It's fine.
Shit, my bad. Like
it's
I just want to be quick about it.
It's good. No, I appreciate that. It's good. Raising Arizona, man. I tell you, they come in. Coen brothers come in early in their career with a stellar performance here, a stellar knockout, if you will. They come in here. They get Nicolas Cage in his freaking prime, maybe even a little bit before his prime, actually, and they stick him in this role, and they do this fantastic freaking. Not to mention, what the hell,
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. William Forsythe's in here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, I mean, just a stellar cast.
Wait, did someone say William?
I mean, it's a goddamn rat, man.
It's
He
the same
never.
character.
He had no idea that he was going to be doing that one day. If you had showed him that video when he was doing, He would have been like, "No fucking way! I'll never devolve into a character actor like that." But
Well, shit, I bet that's the same character. He got out of prison, and that's just how his life turned
Dude,
out.
look, I'm getting a little off track here, but I think that freaking Ronnie in Halloween is his best character of all time. Like his best performance.
Mhm.
Like he's usually like this, like he's side character, like a Blue Streak kind of deal, where he's like in The Rock, he's like the
Mhm.
side character kind of deal.
what about the sheriff
he
in
gets his
Devil's
moment to-
Rejects?
Yeah, that's why
Oh
I was
yeah,
going
okay.
with.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the winner. But Ronnie comes in too. Rob Zombie just brought the best out of him.
And just to think, we had the chance to get him to sign some shit last year at Days of the Dead, and we walked right past his booth, man. What the fuck?
We
Yeah,
did.
All right,
man.
yeah. We got sidetracked. Go ahead, Brad. Go back.
Yeah,
there.
we're on Sweet 16 matchup here. They're setting up for one. So anyways, like I said, they do some fantastic stuff with this movie. It's funny, it's hilarious. You got Nathan Jr. in there, you got the other babies. That cop chase sequence when he gets the toilet paper and he runs was quite it's one of the best scenes of all time. One of the best scenes of all time. In comedy movies, I think. But I mean, Raiders, man, it set off a whole trilogy for the longest time. Now there's a fourth one. There's a fifth one coming down the road. But Raiders is my least favorite of that trilogy, and I love Raising Arizona, so it's going to get the W for me today.
You're going with Raiders?
Yes, the Sweet 16, it goes.
Wait, who'd you go with? I got
I went
confused
with
with
Raising
your...
Arizona, man. Raising Arizona.
What?
Yeah,
Get the
I'm with
fuck
Chris. It's my least
out
favorite.
of here.
It's my least favorite of the trilogy. I like it. I'm not a huge Indiana Jones guy anyway. I love the movies for what they are, and I love Harrison Ford in the role. But they just, to me, like I would rather watch Star Wars. If I'm going to pick one or the other, I'm going to go to not that they're similar, but I'm going to go. If I want an adventure movie, I'm going to go to Star Wars.
God, I cannot fucking believe you two.
The upset, the one seed's gone, BrettMan.
Oh my gosh. Well, probably the next round might be easier for me then on that. But Chris even pointed out what you said, Brad. Wanted to catch it real quick. I definitely rather watch The Last Crusade and Doom over Raiders 2. So
Yeah,
out of the
buddy.
three, that's his least favorite. And I could kind of agree with that too. I feel like I have there's parts of Raiders where I'm just like, okay, come on, let's pick it up a little bit. It's dragging a little bit, but I still appreciate it over Racing Arizona. I'm just not sure. I guess I'm gonna have to do a rewatch for this.
You better
Sweet
before the
16.
Sweet 16, man. I tell you, dude, like you just gotta. It's the Coen brothers, man. Like they do. Like this is early in their career. This is before Fargo and all this. And but they gave it their all in this thing. There's so much style to it. For a comedy, you don't see this much style or a comedy this well directed. Like it's not something that you get very often. You know what I mean? Like it's with the. I mean, everything about it is just it's above par for what it should be for an 80s comedy movie. And I do have to respond to Chris. I am sorry, John Quincy Whitehall all day. Yeah, I agree. I just had a little bit of a brain fart. I forgot
me and
about
Chris,
that.
we're gonna have to fix that up for you. And
I
before we
forgot.
go-
I forgot. He just left my mind for a minute.
And before we go to the next matchup, two more people came in here just to hang out. What's up, Mega Movie C's? And what's going on, Mia? Mia says, I've never seen any Alien or Predator movies, but I'm here to listen to you guys duke it out. We did that matchup, and we did pick Aliens over Predator, and definitely hop on those. I would say watch the first two Predator movies, and then watch Alien and Aliens, and then you got pretty much your fix on those franchises, in my opinion.
If you really wanted to skip the second Predator movie, you can do that. But either way, if you want to hear
I think it's underrated.
Honestly,
it's okay.
This of all the Predator movies, the Predators, the one with Adrian Brody and Topher Grace.
Where they
and
go
Danny
to that
Trejo,
planet?
They go to the planet.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one's good.
Honestly, I kind of dug that one, man. I feel like not a lot of people did, but
I
Predators.
would take that over too.
Yeah, I would probably take that one over too, man. Adrian Brody, I hate Topher Grace just as an actor. Anything outside of that 70s show, he's just horrible. He's just not a good actor.
Friggin' A-Brock.
Oh my God, yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Where was Tom Hardy during that fucking
God.
shenanigans, you know?
I
But-
know. I don't want to think about it. So you want to go to the next match? Oh, go ahead, Chris.
But Adrian Brody and Walton Goggins were great in that. And yeah, super underrated. Yeah, get to the next one.
All right, let's go to the next one. I feel like this might be a quick matchup here. We got Ghostbusters going to go one-on-one against Caddyshack. Are we going to go with? Wait a minute. Do you smell that? Or we're gonna go with why do we gotta kill all the golfers? I don't think that's very wise. No, not golfers, gophers. All right. Let's see here. Chris went first. So no, Brad went first. So Chris, you want
Chris
to
went
get your
first.
you? Oh yeah, no, he did win first.
And-
My bad. So
And
Brad,
then you
you're
stole
up.
my turn.
Well, no, I still the one. Okay, our rotation, but you're first this time.
Yeah. So, I'll keep this one short. We went a little long in the last couple. I'm going to go with Ghostbusters here. Caddyshack's good and all. Ghostbusters is just freaking iconic with that cast. Danny Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, R.I.P. and Bill Murray. Man, got to go that route.
Yeah, and I agree with Brad. Caddyshack has no dick, so I'm going with Ghostbusters.
Julie has no dick. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste anyone's time. It's Ghostbusters, man. Love Caddyshack, Bill, everything about it. But GB, Bubby, who you gonna call? You know what I'm saying? Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly. And even the chat saying, Chris says, "Oh, Ghostbusters easy," and Mia says, "Ghostbusters for life easy."
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk about Afterlife because I'm pretty pissed off of what Brad texted me the other night. But anyways, let's move on to the next one.
I gotta get on that one, man.
Yeah, you definitely do. We
You
got
can
the
wait.
number 3 seed. Shut up, Brad. Number 3 seed. We got Stand By Me, a very popular movie in the 80s. I'm going to go 1-on-1 with freaking Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop. Would you rather see a dead body or would you rather see an officer stick a banana in a car pipe?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just making these up on the fly, so they're not planned or anything. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Listen, next week write some, dude.
Oh my! No, I'm not. I think it's better this way. But let me. I'm just going to make this quick. Just if you trust me and my movie knowledge, just stand by me. That's all I got to pretty much say about it. Beverly Hills Cop. It's fun. Eddie Murphy was great in it. But dadgummit, how are you going to just not curious about seeing a dead body with these 4 characters? And like Brad says, it's freaking strong characters in it, man. So I got to hang out with them. So I'm going with Stand By Me.
Okay.
So, Chris, you're up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, almost kind of the same thing for me. This was one of those first time watches for me because I got so fucked up with this and have for a very long time. Yes, I always thought that it was Stand and Deliver. It's like, oh, we're gonna talk about Stand By Me, and I was like, yeah, the one with Edward James Olmos in there, right? And honestly, and both of you fuckers were like, yeah, I think it's that one. I mean, it's not that you didn't know, but you just weren't paying any attention to me, and I was like, yeah, man, of course, of course that one. But love the hell out of it. First watch for me, love the hell out of it. I'm sure that it was probably more meaningful if you grew up with it. But Stand By Me all day, man. Not really that big of a fan of Beverly Hills Cop. So Stand By Me all day, man.
I'm glad you guys decided this one for me because I was actually second guessing myself over here because I really do like Beverly Hills Cop. I love buddy cop movies. 48 Hours Later is another good one with Eddie Murphy from that time period.
Bubby, Nick Nolte.
Yeah, dude.
Love it.
I like this one quite a bit, but Stand By Me, I think I would select too, even if it weren't selected already. It again, kind of like the Goonies. It's like the freaking definition of a coming of age movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. So sorry, I'm getting this next matchup ready. So we got a fatality of Stand By Me by a major landslide. And our buddy Cole just joined the chat here. What's going on?
What's up, Cole?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Buongiorno, man.
Yeah, what's going on, my friend? Just a late day at work. Glad I got to come in. Well, we're glad you're here, and we're glad everybody's here. We're about just done. We got 5 matchups left to do, so let's go ahead and go with the next one because I'm worried about these 2 seeds, guys. Because our 2, we already knocked out 2 number 2 seeds, man. So it's crazy. We'll go 3 for 3, fo.
Oh my god!
So this is a little bit of an underrated matchup here. We got the Princess Bride going to go 1-on-1 with Ferris Bueller's. I can say that word for sure. Shit. Man. All right. Anyways, his day off, just like it's my day off today, I pretty much pulled me a Bueller day off. So are you going to just enjoy your day off, or do you just want to tell the greatest fairy tale of all time of the Princess Bride? So, Chris, you go first.
Are you fucking kidding me? How is it my turn? I just went first like 2 rounds ago.
Well, because you took
Well,
Brad's
there's
turn.
only 3 of us, so
Fuck me, dude. Holy shit, man. Oh my god. You know, man, it's a tough one. This is maybe the toughest one for me, surprisingly. Wow. I don't know. I've drank a lot of beer, so
you want to talk
could
it
be
out for
that.
a minute?
Yeah, let's talk it out, man. I mean, 'cause on the one hand, you know, Ferris Bueller, I watched it all the time, you know, when I was younger. Great flick. It's a great kind of coming of age tale. Honestly, the Alan Ruck when he's doing the voices, you know, this is Sergeant Peterson. You know what I'm saying? That shit. You said, "Call me sir, god damn you." That hit between him and Jeffrey Jones as the principal. God, man, so many iconic things in there. I love Ferris Bueller, man, but something deep down in my bones is telling me that I got to go Princess Bride.
Well,
Andre the Giant in there, and you know Mandy Patinkin. So many great stories and of everything about Princess Bride, and yeah, man.
Hard to deny that.
I hate that, man, because I love Ferris Bueller. This is maybe the hardest one for me, honestly. The hardest one that I didn't see coming. That I guess I didn't really give as much thought as I should have. I think I got to go Princess Bride because I think overall it has a longevity to it. It has, you know, it can carry through generations and it's such a great story and a great movie. But Ferris Bueller is fucking awesome, man. I'm gonna go Princess Bride, but reluctantly. Okay.
All right. And Brad, before you go to your thoughts, the previous poll I had up between Aliens versus Predator, 10 votes. They picked Predator, so apparently we chose wrong on that one.
Predator was popular in the people's poll too, in the people's bracket. It went pretty far.
Yeah.
I mean, it got a lot of votes. I see why. I prefer. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that already, but Aliens is just fucking, man. Come on, man.
So and I already put the poll in the chat of Princess Bride and Ferris Bueller, so they'll vote on that. Well, Brad, go ahead. What do you got?
I got to go here, man. This is good. I'm gonna go. This is a tough matchup, but I am gonna go Princess Bride too. I'll just cut to the chase here, man. I like it. The reason being is I think Ferris Bueller is a day that just keeps on going.
Oh man,
BrettMan.
it does, man. It fucking hurts my heart to no end because I love Ferris Bueller so much, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. To me, I pick Princess Bride because I think Ferris Bueller, it just goes on. Like there's like it's a long day. I mean, there's a lot going on there. There's not really a plot to the movie aside from the dude being out of school. But dude,
I go
that
movie
Bride.
is so much fun.
Yeah, but Princess Bride has a plot, so for me that wins.
Sometimes you don't need a plot; you just want to have a good time and see shenanigans. You know,
you can have a good time in Princess Bride too. Carrie Ells, inconceivable. Andre the freaking Giant's in there, dude. Come on.
Then I can clearly not drink from the cup that has been placed in front of me.
That whole sequence, yes, when they have the poison cup, and he's just,
my name is Ignacio Montagna. You killed my father. Protect the I messed up the last name of that shit.
You got the first name though.
I know I got the first name. I always forget the first.
That sequence with the cup is amazing. When
they're like, what was it? Enigio Montagna.
That's Tony Montagna.
We just removed him real quick, so I just can't come back.
I'm going to give you the biggest hug of all time the next time I see you. That is the best thing I've ever heard.
I need
Enigio Montagna. I think it's
Weaver.
My name is Ignacio Montagna. You killed Tony Montagna. Prepare to die. I guess that's where I got that mixed up. But guys,
And Joe Montana is going to show up with a damn football, or kill them both with a football.
but man, do you know what I'm so surprised with? I even wrote it down even before Brad picked. I thought you really were going to go with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Brad. So
it's a 4 for me. It's a solid movie, but it's just like Princess Bride just has so much more to it.
And I almost went with that, man. Honestly, like I said, I love Ferris Bueller so fucking much.
Is there any chance to change your mind? Because, like, guys, I absolutely fell in love with Ferris. It was the first watch too, and that movie is actually my favorite new watch of the tournament. That's to get prepped for the tournament. And little spoiler, dude, little spoiler. Y'all probably going to be shocked by this, but I put freaking Ferris in the Final Four.
The Final Four.
I did. It made that big of an impact on me. Like, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, it's an easy bracket part of that. But yeah, dude, I absolutely love that movie. So I'm just really surprised. This is the one that breaks my heart not advancing to the Sweet 16.
This, like I said, this was a much tougher matchup than I had anticipated. I guess than we all anticipated, right?
Yeah, that's not the hard. Yeah, and we got one more tough matchup to do. But yeah, I'm just surprised. But again, I do respect Princess Bride. It is one of the greatest fairy tale movies of all time, or probably the greatest fairy tale movie of all time. So if it is going to get beat, Ferris, Princess Bride, I'd be okay with beating it. Yeesh.
That's another one, just like Predator, where like I like the movie, but I voted against it twice in a row. Last week, Karate Kid, I voted. And now here again today. But
so
it is
all right. I see nothing in the comics section. Cole's got one right here. Robin Hood Minutize was on repeat in college when I didn't have cable, so I'm just partial to all the characters' interactions. Yeah, dude, I love that movie too. So I don't blame you on that one. Unlike most Robin Hoods, I speak with an English accent.
He's great in freaking Princess Bride, man.
Oh, dude, he was awesome. As you wish. So let's go ahead and go to the last region, and then we will close out round 2. But the bottom right corner here, and I only honestly see 2 very tough matchups. So, guys, you just want to go ahead and just dive on in?
Let's dive.
Let's do it.
Before we go any further, I mean, I could be wrong because you keep track of it, not me. But didn't E.T. beat American Werewolf?
No,
it did not.
It did not.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because Frank Riker was really happy about that.
Wow. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I mean, when we got to this point last week, I was very drunk, but yeah. Rock and roll, man. Let's roll it.
One of us has got to stay sober for this. So let's go ahead and go right into it. I have a feeling we're about to piss off Frank Riker again. So we got Back to the Future going to go one-on-one with American Werewolf in London. Are we going to reward one of the greatest transformation scenes of all time? Or are we going to go with my boy going with Great Scott? So Brad, go right ahead, my friend.
I'm not gonna. This one, I don't need a lot of time for this one. Back to the Future, and this one is easy.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Wow. Not a lot of time at all. He's like, "Fuck it, let's go."
Slip of the button.
Yeah, Back to the Future for me, man. I like American Werewolf a lot, but it's Back to the Future here for me, man.
You know what, man? I love the transformation scene, but dadgummit, other than that, it's just okay with me. So good choice, Brad. I'm going to look forward to the future and go with Back to the Future.
Hell yes. It's a great trilogy, too.
I third that. Yeah, absolutely. I third that. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to say. American, it was lucky. It was lucky. It was lucky to win. It was lucky to win its first matchup.
Sorry, I'm going back with
Paula Dean, BrettMan. Paula Dean.
Paula Dean, motherfucker. Be the team and be the team apart. And so, yeah, I'm not gonna waste a lot of time, man. It's Back to the Future. It was. I feel like American Werewolf was lucky to win last week, and we're moving on. Dude. It's Back to the Future. Seven layers.
Bees, parts, and piece of cheese. Oh god, man. Yeah, just check out that freaking skit for Friday the 13th. So let's go ahead and go to the next round here. I don't freaking know anymore. Like, I'm just out of it. So let's go ahead and go with a very tough. This actually is a really tough matchup right here. We got Return of the Jedi going up against Michael Keaton's The Batman. So are you one with the Force and going to return of the Jedi? Or are you going to go with freaking the Keats, man, and Jack Nicholson in The Batman? So if Brad went there, so it's up to me to kick things off. This is a tough matchup. I don't even know which way to go, just because this one could be either way. But because I appreciate what Tim Burton did, but I love what Return of the Jedi did, because that original trilogy in Star Wars is so damn good, and Return of the Jedi really, with the third act, is how you wanted to end a trilogy like Star Wars. So, but dadgummit. See, now I'm going back with the Keats and Jack Nicholson and their great performances and all that. So I'm actually surprising myself here. I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going with Batman. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to go with that, but just now thinking about it, it's hard to go against Batman. So,
Free
Chris?
stuff?
I'm upset that you would even say that.
What?
Because, you know, we were talking about it earlier, and as much as I love Empire, man, Empire is probably in my top 15. Return's probably in my top 10. I think I only made a top 10 list one time. It's very difficult, and I think I put Return in there. But either way, it's one of my favorites. And so as much as I love Batman, and god damn it, did Jack Nicholson ever fucking kill it with the Joker? But I
get a note of me.
You know when they rock the art museum with the boom boxes
With Prince playing? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking that's like, and this is no bullshit, like one of my earliest memories, right? Like my parents were watching that or something, and somehow that's like one of the things that I retain. But either way, I mean, it's Return of the Jedi. You know, and you guys know how I rank movies. It's not so much about rewatchability or anything, but how much of an impact it can have on me, you know. And I think Return of the Jedi had a pretty big impact on me. You guys remember when they did their re-releases, like right before they released the prequel trilogy?
Yeah.
They re-released the originals with like updated CGI and shit like that, and that was like one of the movies that I remember going to see. So I gotta go Return, man. I got to.
And that space battle is so damn good. I think it's one of the best space battles in cinema history with Return of the Jedi. But it's just, how are you going to ignore the Keats and Jack Nicholson and what they did?
That's true. And to be fair, the ending, you know, probably wouldn't be what I would want in today's world. But as a child, you see Return of the Jedi, and it's like the exact ending that you want for that trilogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you get a nice conclusion and everything. And I still remember that, man. I mean, like, fuck yeah, dude. They ended it just the right way. So I got to go Return, man.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll throw in there real quick, another thing that I mark the Return of the Jedi a lot is Harrison Ford's performance. I think you could kind of tell he didn't really want to be in Return of the Jedi. He wanted to die in Empire and raise those stakes. Just when they brought him back, I feel like he just half-assed did Han Solo in that one.
Yeah. Man, what a tough matchup here. This is one of the tougher ones tonight for sure. Whoever wins this battle is going to have the toughest road. It's one of the toughest roads to the Sweet 16, I think. You go back and you think Batman, man, you got freaking Michael Keaton come in here, a great world built by Tim Burton, you know. And Jack Nicholson slaying it as the Joker. On the other hand, as a kid, Return of the Jedi was my favorite movie in this trilogy. It's the one I kept going back to watch. It's the one that the green lightsaber was so sexy, man. And I loved it. I freaking A, man. The epic duel at the end of the movie, the battle between Luke. This is the best lightsaber battle, visually,
100.
in the trilogy, the original trilogy for sure. Obviously Empire I think has the better one, just one from a story standpoint, but yeah, visually this is the best one. The effects are there. The third act, one of the best third acts in the whole franchise. It might be the best third act in the whole freaking Star Wars franchise, if you ask me. But man, I tell you what, man, I think Batman's gonna win this one. Yeah, it's gonna do it.
Fucking believe it. I knew you were getting this something. You ready to change your fucking course. I'm gonna bury fucking Batman. So help me God. I fucking love Return of the Jedi, dude.
It's because Jack Nicholson comes in here with the Joker is such a good character, and Jack Nicholson, we've seen Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix. Jack Nicholson rivals those two guys, man. He comes in with probably the best Joker, the actual comic book version of the character rendition we've seen in live action, and he's absolutely amazing. You get this nice kind of like somewhat kind of gritty tone for the 80s, like that Tim Burton throws out there, and you get this backstory for the Joker that really works. You get this everything about it, the music, the score, man. You think about the score from Danny Elfman in here, and the Batmobile, and everything about it is just freaking epic, man. Yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome.
Brad, I almost changed my vote when you were describing Return of the Jedi, but I am still barely going to stick with my guns just because Keats and Nicholson. So I'm still staying Batman. So Batman does officially advance.
My man! Yeah,
Brad, you were so close for me changing my mind right there, because you saw me kind of like doing this. I'm like, I'm about to change my mind right here.
Well, yeah, but yeah, you got this. This is the quintessential Batman v Joker Batman movie. Like, you have the Dark Knight, yes, and it's awesome. But when you think about comic book versions here, like you have the Batman and the Joker in here with the teeth chatter and everything, like it really comes together here, man. Mm-hmm. And yeah, all those performances were iconic.
Yeah, so before we go to the last two matchups, I think the next matchup will be a pretty quick one, and we'll see. But I want to say what's up to Mel from My Killer Podcast. What's going on? That's the bracket we showed off earlier. Unfortunately, you did not. I feel like we busted your bracket pretty early on that. So apologies there, but we appreciate you filling out one, and we think it's really cool for the selections that you made. And what's up, Chad, you stirring bastard?
So thanks for jumping in, both of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We're about to wrap things up. We really are. So we're gonna go with the next matchup, because I know Mel definitely put this. Actually, she picked this to win the whole thing. So you just in time. We got the thing going 1-on-1 with planes, trains, and automobiles. So are we going to go with this thing, or are we going to go with planes, trains, and automobiles? So let's see here. Chris, you're up.
Hey, Bubby, you know what? We're running short on time, so we're going to make it shorter. So I'm not going to waste a lot. The thing is it for me. Planes, trains, and autos, man. Great flick, honestly. But, the thing, I mean, it's way more fun, and it really balances out that character development with the horror that they were really going for in the 80s, or I should say kind of struggling with in the 80s. And it kind of blends those two, and the thing for me. Yeah. No what else to say.
Brad?
I'm going to do the same thing here, man. I love planes and trains and automobiles. But the thing is really a fantastic sci-fi horror movie, man. Great suspense. You got Kurt Russell coming in with a solid performance, and you got a great score by John Carpenter, directed very well. Good mood. You got the freaking the cold ass fucking atmosphere as well. It's awesome.
And plus, you got a cheating bitch in there playing chess. But guys, I'm going to make this quick. Let's do this thing. The Thing over Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And I'll even be honest with you, and this is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I like the Robbie Downey Jr. Zach Galifianakis one better. Like kind of like the little mini
Due Date.
reboot. Yeah, actually,
Okay.
Due Date. I actually like that better than Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, I mean, I Planes and Trains I like more. John Candy is R.I.P.
Oh, he's
again.
great. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
freaking amazing.
Sorely
but-
missed. Yeah, for
And
sure.
Steve Martin, like we didn't like he did a lot of stuff, but like I feel like he's not in a lot of these, really standout movies from the era. Like you get a lot of Chevy Chases and a lot of this other stuff, and Steve Martin is kind of and John Candy's. But Steve Martin is a fun addition, man, and it was great. It's just the thing I love, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, The Thing, Fatality, and Mel says, "Dang it, it's okay, Brett. You're still the man. Appreciate it." That's why they called me the BrettMan or BrettMan or
You're the
whatever.
man.
Yeah.
Birdie May.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go with the last matchup of this evening. And can this number 2 seed survive? Because this one, we're ending it on a tough one, boys. So are we going to live free or die hard? Or are we just going to live in this nightmare on Elm Street? So, Brad, I got you going first on this one. So you started it. Now you get to finish it.
This is tough. This is tough. This is a tough matchup, man. We've said that for every one of these, but man, Nightmare on Elm Street is one of the best horror movies of all time, I believe, and I think most people would probably at least put it in the top, 20. It's up there. It's awesome. Wes Craven, freaking rocking and rolling in his prime here. It creates a horror icon with Freddy Krueger. Great effects, great kills, great suspense. Johnny Depp makes his freaking first appearance randomly.
Being
on the other
voided.
hand, on the other hand, you got John McClane, not John McCain, but John McClane in here crawling through freaking air vents. There's Christmas music playing. You got Christmas trees going, rocking and rolling, man. God, man, that is tough.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
I'm gonna go Die
Yeah,
Hard.
it is.
I'm gonna go Die Hard. I gotta go Die Hard here for sure. It's a fantastic flick. To me, it's one that Bruce Willis. This is his best performance, his best role of all time. Just so entertaining, man. That's what it comes down to is entertainment, and I'm just far more entertained with this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I will say on Nightmare on Elm Street, you're not watching it to be entertained. You're watching it to get scared as shit. And I
That's
feel like
true.
that movie does accomplish that.
But if I curl my toes on the carpet while I'm watching, I don't even get scared. So it's all good.
Hey, that's true. But here's the deal. Both movies offer something to their genre. With the horror genre, you get a horror icon in Freddy Krueger. Look at me. Got Elm Street sign right there because you know how well much I love this movie. But with Die Hard, it brings a whole different aspect to the action genre. You don't get a big bulky guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger or a big muscular guy in Sylvester Stallone, because that was the typical trope in action movies. You actually get just a regular dude, a regular guy. Just you look like he can't even freaking survive anything like a big terrorist attack. No chance in hell. But freaking John McClane, man, he just brings a whole different element. I think it was the right time to introduce a particular action hero at this point in the 80s, late 80s. So Bruce Willis, great job for bringing something so unique and so different. It really hit the 90s hard on that particular area. And Die Hard is such a fun franchise. But I love the horror genre more. I feel like it's more my taste. I love the action genre, but I'm going to go with a Nightmare on Elm Street on this one. So, Chris, it's going to be right down to you.
It, dude, don't do
Oh,
this to
the
me.
final matchup of the night.
You fucking bringing this down to me, dude. Don't
Oh,
do this
hey,
fucking
it's-
demonology to me.
It's so damn close. And I want to lastly throw out there and what Brad said about one of the best of all time. Nightmare on Elm Street should be the best horror movie of all time. But it's just the last 5 fucking minutes. That's it.
Well, look, fellas, I think that you've both argued either side of this perfectly, better than I could have, for sure. And so, we look for these things whenever it's a really hard matchup. At least for me, I look at it, I'm like, man, if it's an impossible matchup, there has to be something there that can slice it. You know what I mean? Something that gives one an advantage over the other whenever you love both. And while I will never forgive either of you for picking Batman over Return of the Jedi, that will fucking stick with me until the end of fucking time. If I had known that was going to be the outcome, I would have picked against Empire because man, that really bugs me. But concerning these two, I don't know, man. I'm going to cut through it real simply. I've always been a Friday the 13th guy. That's been my go-to for horror. I respect A Nightmare on Elm Street beyond fucking belief. I mean, I love Freddy. It really did kickstart an entire new generation of horror and, the entire, Freddy franchise and legacy.
Pop culture icon.
Yeah, of course, right, man. Yeah, like you said, you've got a fucking Elm Street thing over there. We all love Freddy. We all love horror. But it also comes back to the thing like we were talking about with Christmas Vacation earlier, right? I picked Christmas Vacation over Evil Dead because I had to have something there that would, qualify these two in some way and be like, okay, well, this one holds weight in this regard where this one doesn't. And I come back to that here where Die Hard, I watch almost every Christmas, and Elm Street, it's great. I don't discount it under any circumstance. It's great.
Don't do this to me.
Don't
decide on a rewatch value. Do not decide as our rewatch value.
It's not rewatch value so much as it is just like which one of these do I really holds more weight to me as an individual, and it's Die Hard, man. I'm sorry, and I say that because I watch it every year, and to me, it just holds more weight as a flick than Nightmare on Elm Street does. I'm sorry, man. I felt really bad about that one, but you didn't hold any qualms about fucking tearing my heart out with picking Batman.
Hey, I'm just as surprised as you are on that one, so you can't blame me on that one. I thought I was going to return to Jedi all day, every day, and then I just thought Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson I wouldn't say shits on, but it's just the high standard of what Return to Jedi was trying to do.
And I understand that 100%. And I just want to say, welcome to the party, pal.
Yes, baby, man. This look like I'm ordering a fucking pizza. It's just such a fucking good movie, man. Like it's just
yeah. Like I don't blame you at all because like I wish Die Hard was going up against something else like Lethal Weapon or something like that, but it's just unfortunate on that
Brett,
one.
what would you rate Nightmare on Elm Street out of 5?
Out of 5? Honestly, 4.99 out of 5.
And Die Hard?
Die Hard, I gave it the golden reel of 5 out of 5.
Okay, case closed. All right, anyway.
No, hold on. That's because, like, when I do that, that's just because, like, I just focus on the movie for what it is. But if you're going to ask me, if you're going to throw both movies at me and say pick one, I'm picking Nightmare on Elm Street. Because, again, Nightmare on Elm Street should have been a perfect film. It's just those last 5 minutes.
But it does have those last 5 minutes, which is
why I know.
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, if those 3 people didn't want to fuck around just wanting 3 different endings and combine it into one, and not have Chris's sex blow up doll in the movie making a cameo, like I know, man. But hey, anyways, what a hell of a round 2.
Yes. Let me do a quick
tough,
recap
man.
of the fucking yeah. Let's do a quick recap of the Sweet 16, BrettMan. You got it pulled up, or I know you don't have.
I could pull up this right here, and you could just say who.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Oh,
yeah. So we got Empire versus Christmas Vacation. We got The Shining versus The Goonies. We got Aliens versus Breakfast Club. We got The Terminator versus Lethal Weapon. Dog. God. Raising Arizona with the biggest upset of the night, taking out a 1 seed, man. Yes,
I cannot
I've
believe
always-
Raiders was the first 1 seed to be knocked
That's
off.
the
I could
fucking
have sworn it was
Bengals
going to
right
be
there,
aliens.
And I always thought, I've always heard from a friend, and a follower, Jay McCoy, shout out to you, that the upset always comes from this top right quadrant. It always does. That's the first seed. The first seed always gets knocked out first in this top right quadrant, and that actually happens here. Big upset. Next week we have Raising Arizona versus Ghostbusters. We got Stand By Me versus The Princess Bride. That's gonna be a good one. Back to the Future versus freaking Batman, all the way to the Sweet
God
16.
damn
it! What a matchup for next week, though, man.
God.
And we got The Thing versus Die Hard. What a damn Sweet 16 we have.
Oh man, like those horror genres are getting knocked out, man. We only got like 2 true horror movies left, like to decide from between The Thing and Terminator. Oh, and Aliens, if you consider that a full.
What about The Shining, dude?
Oh yeah, shit, The Shining, of course. Yeah, so we still got some in there. Like, so this is going to be like we think like so okay, we got done with round 2, so it's going to maybe get a little bit easier. No, it's going to get a lot more tougher, guys. Like it's going to keep on getting tough, like tougher and tougher, like a $2 steak. But just I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, dude. Sweet 16 is really gonna. We're gonna start to see legends being made next week, man.
Yeah, and especially with freaking just Christmas Vacation. That's the freaking Cinderella story of the tournament so far.
The Raising Arizona coming in as a 9 seed.
I can see that. Like that.
I guess Christmas Vacation was the 13 seed. You're right. That's a higher seed, making it farther. But man, I
was it 13 seed?
Yeah, no one shines like you. Damn right, Gory. So I will get all this like generated. I'll post kind of like the results the next day. I'll create the next stream. As of right now, the next stream. Let me go ahead and pull up that little. Actually, damn, I deleted it. But anyways, it'll be next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. So that is March. Let me do my math. March the 9th. It'll be the Sweet 16. So we are really looking forward to that. We do have a little schedule change. Again, I'll update it and post about it. Instead of the Final Four and the championship match being March the 23rd, we're going to move that down to another week of March the 30th. So the second to last day of March, that is where we're going to get the Final Four and the championship round of this tournament.
Yeah, sounds good. And man, I'll tell you what, man. Just curious out of you guys, are y'all's Final Four still intact?
No, y'all
don't tell me who it is, but is it still intact?
Well, my bracket. I'll just say this: my bracket's all torn to hell officially now.
No, but mostly, but no, not exactly. But I will revise
mine's still
it.
intact. Mine's still intact.
Fucker.
Yeah, you asshole. But all right, don't see anything else in the comments section. We are done with officially with round 2. Next week we'll head right into the Sweet 16. So guys, anything else you want to mention before I log us out of here?
Check us out on OnlyFans at No.
Shh, that's for our secret Patreons.
Oh, sorry, right? Yeah, it's for a different audience, right?
Yeah. So, I got. Speaking of which, I got to do feet pics later. So, thank you for the reminder. But I don't know what you're talking about. But, anyways, Brad, anything else you want to throw in real quick?
All good, bud.
All good. Awesome. Let me see. Well, I am still kind of in there. Thanks, guys, for a fun stream. See you next time. Absolutely, Mel. And
Thanks for stopping.
Haven't checked yet, but I know she is close to 600 subscribers. So if you've not subscribed to her channel, please do that. She makes really damn good content, and she just has such a bright personality to her. So be sure to give her a sub as well. And I know we're 25 subs away before 600 ourselves. And once we hit 600 subscribers, we would like to try to do a celebration of that with maybe a trivia night. So get us to 600 subs, and we might make that work for you guys. And then lastly, still stay tuned to the Halo Screen review series, which is we'll be joined by a whole bunch of channels as you see on display, as we'll do a Halloween review series, and that will begin on July the 25th. We release a Halloween review each week leading up to Halloween ends.
Yes.
Yeah, so without further ado, and you're welcome, Mel. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, and we will see you guys next week. Week 16, baby.
That's right.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby. Come on,
Where is
join us,
this
Chris.
coming?
Ooh, baby.
Why are we?
Baby.
Where is this coming?